Oh, look at this, a question from college physics where they add extra details to confuse. So we have this, I'll draw a picture and it's terrible. So here's a helicopter. You know what? And give me a break. It looks like a hot dog. It looks like a corn dog with like weird stuff coming out of it. Okay, but here, let's give it the little back wheel thing. It's the worst drawing ever. Let's give it a window. There. Now you buy. There. Ooh. Now it looks like I gave it a toupee. Okay, so we have this helicopter, and we're going to pretend that this thing could possibly fly. And it's going upwards at a speed of 12 meters per second, and then it drops a package. Now, what people will think is, oh, there's a package on the helicopter that's at rest on the helicopter. But actually what this is telling us is that the speed of the package is 12 meters per second. When we drop the package, it actually falls to the ground. And one thing we're going to say here is that since this is 12 meters per second upwards, we're going to say the acceleration of falling, I'm going to call that g, is 10 meters per second squared. I'm using this notation so that you get used to it in honors physics. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to make this negative 10 because it's falling. So x is negative 1/2 at squared plus v naught t plus x naught. I'm going to use g here. So x is 1/2 times negative 10 times t squared plus 12 times t plus. And now here's the thing. I end up at 0 from a height of 64, and this is totally gross. We're going to have negative 5t squared plus 12t plus 64. And we actually have to use the quadratic formula to solve this, equals 0. Gross. So let's just get it over with. T is negative 12 plus or minus the square root of b squared, which is 144, minus 4ac all over 2a. Alrighty, so we got negative 12 plus or minus the square root of, here we go, 144 plus 20 times 64, gross, 1,280. Ugh. All over negative 10. Okay, let's get the square root here. So we got negative 12 plus or minus the square root of 1,000. That's 4. 1,424 over negative 10. I think we're going to need to take the negative root here to get a real number. So negative 12 minus the square root of 1424 divided by 10, negative 10. When we actually work out all this math, make sure I had that right. Oh, goody. So we'll take that square root. Oh, look at that. I'm getting 14.4 seconds. All right, so that is just, that would be about the hardest type of problem I could give you, I think, on an exam. So these last two questions really kind of represent the culmination of the hardest sort of thing I could test you on. And I think it's pretty rad that we got to that like the second week of classes. So if you can handle this, I think a lot of physics in honors physics is going to be, I think this is, mathematically speaking, maybe as gnarly as it gets. We'll be doing some stuff with trig, but even with that, it's mostly SOHCAHTOA stuff, so I think you should be okay. All right, so that is question number 5.